and Noel have changed the future. The ffxiii that threatened academia is no more, and in the sky floats the 13th Ark. The people have built a society with their own hands, using technology of their own devising. However, the day when Cocoon is prophesied to fall is drawing closer. The Academy has put into motion an ambitious project to avert the catastrophe.
We did it. We actually did it.
I think Yule must be happy now.
This is what you wanted to see, wasn't it?
Welcome to the future, you say.
Are they real?
Now, is that a polite way to greet old friends? I mean, we haven't seen each other in what? How many years?
It's been all of 390 years. I guess you guys have been busy, huh?
Please come by my headquarters when you get a chance. You're guests of the Academy. Alyssa?
Later!
Where do we find the Academy head office?
It's probably the most impressive-looking building. What about that one?
After all's said and done, you handled the ffxiii pretty well. What did you do to it anyway?
I sort of have an idea of what happened, but I can't really explain it. It was more of a hunch, really.
A hunch. Well, we won, and that's what matters, I guess.
I want that. Should have studied more in school.
Do you know a girl named Alyssa? She works at the Academy. I wish I could summon up the courage to talk to her.
Should I relocate when I can? Hey, look at that! Where are you going?
Hi there. What the? Good boy. Huh?
That's my Mog. Go, Mog, Kabao!
Greetings, young man and young lady. How would you like to test your knowledge with Captain Cryptic's confounding quiz?
It can't be. Amador?
You know him?
Yeah, he was in Cocoon's army. Lightning served in his unit. I've met him lots of times.
I am Captain Cryptic, quiz giver extraordinaire. So, little lady, how about that quiz?
That's weird, he doesn't remember me.
Sarah, the Amador that you used to know lived hundreds of years ago, which means... Hey, Captain, you're not human, are you?
Correct. Captain Cryptic is a quiz-centric duplicate. Let's get started then. Mommy not helping with your homework? And we're still on the easy questions. Oh boy.
Doesn't seem to have anything to do with the man you knew. Are they really that similar?
Like twins. How did this happen?
Yes! All right! Welcome to the Academy head office. All good here.
Hope told us that he invented a machine called a time capsule. That's how they got here. Back in 13AF, Hope devised a plan to build an artificial fal'C. It was called the Proto-fal'C project. He wanted to use the new technology to re-levitate Cocoon. But then one day, Hope saw a certain prophecy in the Oracle Drive.
So I activated the Oracle Drive and watched the prophecy. I saw you fighting the Proto-fal'C, and I saw you screaming out at me. Your machines are driving me nuts!
Well, I was getting pretty ticked off by that point.
Well, exactly. So we were forced to reevaluate the project, and eventually abandon it.
Okay, you saw Sarah getting mad at you, so you canceled your project, and then poof, the Proto-fal'C disappeared. Is that about right? We didn't destroy it so much as it never existed in the first place.
We were following the wrong path to the future. If the Proto-fal'C had managed to get control of Cocoon, it would have made itself the second Eden, and we'd be back where we began.
Yeah. It would have been just like how it was on the old Cocoon.
We realized we couldn't let that happen. We had to levitate Cocoon using only human technology.
Right. Not to mention that if you had kept with the original plan, your machines would have killed you.
Really? Then we owe you our lives. Thank you.
Funny, you lose your temper and the whole future changes. So, I bet you're dying to know how we came to the future, huh?
Kinda.
You've heard about the time capsule we used? It's a device that slows down time only for its occupants. The effect is caused by the creation of a powerful gravitational field and, well, essentially we just slept as the outside world flashed forward into the future.
This capsule of yours, it can't take you back, can it?
Unfortunately not. And considering it broke down after a single use, I doubt it'll prove to be a popular method of time travel.
You risked your own life for the sake of Cocoon.
Oh, the director was there with me. Hey, Sarah. After coming to the future myself, I think I understand how you must feel. The Academy has welcomed us with open arms, and we can research as we always have, but sometimes I get these terrible anxiety attacks.
Alyssa...
Please, Sarah, you have to let me apologize for the way I treated you in the past. Maybe you can't forgive me for that, but I hope as fellow time travelers, we can face the future on friendly terms.
They're behind on their deliveries, huh?
Alyssa and I decided to come to the future to observe the 13th Arc, the structure that appears in the sky of this time period.
That thing that's floating above us now?
Yes. In the end, we abandoned the idea of restoring the old cocoon. Instead, we plan to build an entirely new shell. Of course, there's still the problem of how to keep such a creation airborne.
A whole new cocoon. That's an ambitious plan.
Sure is. And that's why you're here, to find out what keeps the Ark afloat.
Exactly. When we learned of the Ark's appearance through the Oracle Drive, we had to come and see it for ourselves. There are so many important things I need to talk to you two about. So many, in fact, I'm not really sure where to start.
So tell me, is there really no way to stop the crystal pillar from breaking?
These 400 years haven't been kind to it. At this rate of erosion, we can expect the pillar to topple within the next century.
The prophecy can't be stopped?
We're doing what we can to minimize the damage. In the meantime, we'll complete the new cocoon and conduct a full-scale evacuation. Our project will provide a new home for the human race.
When the pillar finally breaks, what will happen to Vanille and Fang?
We'll save them. The pillar's fall will be catastrophic, but it's also the one chance to free our friends.
I hope it works.
As do I. I miss Fang's strength and Vanille's smile. There's no way I can repay you for changing the future for us.
The Academy has made progress on its investigation into the 13th Arc. At this stage, there is good news and there is bad news.
Let's hear the good news first.
We've discovered that the Ark's reactor is powered by an ore cluster, known as the Graviton core. By collecting these, there's a possibility that the new cocoon will be up in the sky in no time.
That is good news.
Yeah, okay. So now you gotta hit us with the bad news.
Each ore cluster provides only a certain amount of power. The 13th Arc, for example, requires a single Graviton core. We're going to need multiple cores that we can't seem to find.
Need a hand with the search?
If there's one thing we're good at, it's looking for weird objects.
We could use the help. With you two on the case, we'll have those cores in no time.
I'll put together some data on Graviton cores. Check in with the Academy front desk. Did I tell you? The director is inventing a new device.
The Academy has been making progress on the development of a paradox weapon. A very powerful weapon that feeds on time-distorting energies.
Using a paradox against itself, huh?
Exactly. There's a possibility we may come up against the man who appears in the Oracle Drive recordings. The war has already begun, and we're fighting to protect the future itself.
A battle to the end against Caius.
But, Director, didn't you say you were missing a certain material?
A chaos crystal. It's a solidified chunk of paradox energy, but according to the data, it doesn't exist in this time period.
Well, hey, you've still got us.
And we've got the Historia Crux.
I knew I could count on you. Once you found the crystal, I can build you a prototype.
One Chaos Crystal, just like you ordered.
Just don't ask for any more.
Ma, you're serious?
That's incredible. May I borrow it for a while?
Of course.
As promised, I'll have a prototype weapon ready for you soon. Can you come by the front desk to pick it up later?
All good here. The technology to raise the new cocoon into the sky is already there. As soon as we have all the Graviton cores, we'll have the power source we need. Yes!
Hi there.
Alyssa told me all about you. You're helping us find the Graviton cores, isn't that right? And perfect timing. I just got an update with the latest info.
This ore, is it really that valuable?
Oh, yes. The Academy have sent survey teams all over the place. They've searched everywhere, but they haven't found a shard of the stuff. But according to this latest data, our scientists used resonance imaging to identify a possible deposit. So we do have a defined location where a team can start looking. But it's just...
It's just what?
well, it's kind of in a different time.
Sounds like a job for us, all right. Here, show me that data.
We changed the future, but it still needs our help. I bet we can find that ore.
They need a way to lift the new cocoon into the sky, and we can help them do it. Maybe that's why we've been brought here.
Here's the data we've compiled. toys. What is it? Hey, look at that!
Where should I have picked that?
The numbers seem accurate.
Have you heard?
No transmission issues. All clear.
Here goes!
Welcome to the Academy DataNet. You may access the following data files.
So that's the 13th arc. You ever heard of it, Noel?
No, it was never mentioned in the histories. Not in the future I came from. We might be getting close to the true timeline.
I hope so. But I wonder why we couldn't see it when we were here before.
Maybe the Proto-ffxiii was hiding it from us.
But why?
People have always looked to the sky for signs of hope.
This is the shell they're going to float in the sky?
It's incredible. The human race is finally moving forward under its own power and on its own terms.
Time and memory.
I'm on the job. Let's go home already. Any signs of monsters? All's good here. I'm on the job.
Come on about! Goodbye!
I never noticed.
A Moogle.
time.
A lot riding on tomorrow's game.
Everyone's gung-ho about their work, even though we barely survived that situation.
A chocobo.
Although Atlas has been deactivated, monsters still appear left and right.
So the paradox has subsided.
Analyzing Atlas might help us to obtain technology that we can use to help society. But I don't know if we should...
Mom.
I have super... Your business is a...
Time and memory. The ancient city of the Farseers has become the site of a terrifying phenomenon. The first stage was a noticeable disruption in the local space-time. Next, members of the Academy research team began to vanish, one by one. Finally, as if to replace the missing people, floating crimson spheres appeared in their stead. It was not long before rumors of the Padra Ruins curse started to spread.
Something is happening in the ruins of what was once the most prosperous city in the world. Many of the scientists and researchers who came to investigate the site have gone missing. And when they do, ominous sphere-shaped objects appear in their place. Mog seemed to know all about the orbs. He told us they're called the Rubies of Grief. They're manifestations of the remorse and sadness left by the unlucky souls who disappeared into the paradox. The orbs resonate with a powerful emotion sealed inside. What kind of message are they trying to tell us?
Did you come to visit the ruins? You may want to rethink your plans. The paradox effect has grown out of hand, and a large number of people have simply disappeared. Do you see the red sphere-like objects floating around everywhere? The Academy is currently attempting to analyze their properties. That said, the area is not restricted, so you're free to explore, if you dare.
found remains of what could have been a monster attack.
My previous boss was transferred here from the Brescia ruins. He taught me everything I know. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. He was a nice man, and he took care of me. He was my mentor from day one. If only he hadn't come here, he'd probably still be alive and well.
Go, Mom!
Hey, Noel, do you feel that?
Yeah. It's like someone's talking to me inside my head.
What you heard were the voices of the tormented victims who disappeared into the void beyond, Kubo. Their grief and anguish remained here, Kubo.
I get it. So that's what that was. Is there anything we can do for them?
I'm with Noel. Let's help them find peace so they can go to a better place.
You did it!
time to die.
Lots of people have gone missing around here.
I suppose I'd better be careful too.
Erba is a dead place now. Not a living soul haunts its ruins, and all is covered in drifts of crystal sand. The town is once again distorted by paradoxes that emerge from fissures scarring the local space-time. When Mog sets eyes on the desolate scene, something stirs in the recesses of his memory.
Mog, have you been able to remember anything about your hometown? Anything at all?
Kubo! I remember something called the Ocean of Time, Kubo.
The Ocean of Time. Could that be where you're from?
I don't know, Kubo. But I do know that when I think about that place, I become all flustered and giddy, Kubo.
So that place means something to you. Then it must be important. I think we should check the Erba Labyrinth some more. Maybe we can help Mog remember more about where he came from.
Kubu? You'll help me find my home and my family, Cabal?
Yeah. I mean, you've helped us out here and there, so we at least owe you this much.
Just as the light begins to fade to dark, the moaning wind sings songs to my forebodings. Am I alone with no one watching
On to the next.
Go, Mog!
In 400 AF, the Sunlith waterscape has been designated a special observation zone by the Academy. But now, strange and disturbing reports are coming from the area. The Flan that live in the forest appear to be organizing themselves, with groups of young Flan apparently taking lessons delivered by their older counterparts. The Academy research team has nicknamed the phenomenon Flan School. Quietly, the scientists continue to observe and record.
The Forest of Sunlith is a quiet place. I thought I heard a voice. I cocked my ear towards the wind, and through the rustling of the green leaves, I thought I heard snow. As much as I'd hoped we'd run into my hero, it wasn't him that we encountered in the forest. think there's someone else here with us.
Kupo! I hear a bunch of voices nearby, Kupo. The voices we heard before belong to them, Kupo. It looks like this is some sort of gathering place for the young Flan, Kupo.
I've never seen so many of them together.
Looks like they're having fun.
Yes, but they have troubles too, Kupo. A bunch of their friends got lost somewhere in the forest and haven't been seen since, Kupo.
That's so sad. Noel, we should help them find their way back.
I know you mean well, but aren't you forgetting something? They're monsters, and I'm a monster hunter.
Can you be a monster finder instead? Just this once?
Just this once. All right, come on.
Come on, Mom.
Don't get lost on your way back, Kupo.
Come on, Mom.
That's another little guy we saved, Kupo.
Come on, Mom.
Where's the Moogle? He said, thanks for helping us find our way, Kupo. Only two are still
Is that it?
No good, Kubo.
Come on, Mom.
Don't get lost on your way back, Kubo. Cocoon's pillar is in jeopardy, Kubo. The little ones are up to some kind of mischief, Kubo.
I know they don't mean to cause trouble, but there's so many of them.
The pillar won't be safe for long.
The little Glen are causing trouble, Kubo.
Where do they get all that energy from?
This has gone too far.
That's enough! I've about had it with your mischief. You should be ashamed of yourselves for behaving like this. You should know better. Well, what do you have to say for yourselves?
I don't think a good scolding is going to solve anything.
They said they won't do it again, Kubo.
Huh? No way.
They also said, she's scary. We don't want her to get mad at us again, so we'll be good from now on. Kubo.
All right, that's a promise. Now it's time for all of you to go home.
It was then that I remembered Sarah had been a teacher back in New Bodom, and the kids called her Meanie Miss Farron. I had completely forgotten about that until now. I'll bet she was one of those teachers that was nice when you were good, but could scare you when you weren't. As quick as lightning, she could turn from smiling angel to angry ogre. Yeah, no doubt about it. They're sisters, all right.
Time and memory.
clear.
He looks like an actor.
Where should I go now? Here goes!
They're looking for more people.
Go! Go! Over here!
Where should I live once I retire?
I'm hungry.
You've brought us another cluster? Thank you so much. I mean it. Wow, this must have been tough to find. We'll be putting it to good use, though. Oh, thanks to you two, we almost have all the cores we need. You've brought us another cluster? Thank you so much. I mean it.
Sarah, did you really do it?
We had. We had collected all the ore clusters Hope needed to levitate his new cocoon. I don't think I'd ever seen Hope look so happy and excited. But this was just the beginning. It would take a century to complete the new cocoon. And if the old cocoon were to fall before it could be finished, well...
I know we can do it.
He's right, you know. Have you seen that broken gate in the town? Well, it's all fixed and working normally.
We collected the ore crystals, so the future has changed, Kupo.
Yes, I think so. And look what I found. It was lying next to the gate.
An artifact! I wonder which era this unlocks.
Kupo?
Maybe it takes us to the day that Cocoon collapses. The one we saw in the prophecy. The one where Caius is fighting.
Time for the final showdown?
Let's all fight together. We'll follow you to the future by a different path. There are things there I have to protect.
Right. You mean Vanille and Fang, and the new cocoon.
Where did your travels take you?
We ended up at a casino called Serendipity. Have you heard of it, Hope?
There's an ancient legend that mentions a palace by that name. The story itself is incomplete, and nobody knows how it's supposed to end.
So it's a paradise that was never finished, huh?
Right. But we won't be letting our story end halfway through. I can't stop thinking about the incident in 13AF, the one you managed to stop. I keep coming back to the part where Alyssa and I were killed in Augusta Tower, before history was changed. For some reason, I'm not so sure the AI was acting on its own.
What makes you think so?
There's no denying the AI was out of control. I just wonder, was that really an accident? I've said it before, but I don't know how to thank you enough.
You're leaving for another time period. We'll miss you.
It won't be long now. Hope and his team are close to raising the new cocoon. It's hard to believe, but we really are changing history.
Noel, are you worried at all? Caius has tried to interfere before. Maybe he will again.
Remember, the Caius who caused the XIII incident was just an imposter. I wonder why the real one didn't intervene.
I hope he lets us finish here.
Maybe he will. If that's what it'll take to protect Yule, then I know he will. I remember we argued about that very thing once and... Wait. Did we argue? I don't remember.
Are your memories playing tricks on you again? Noel, something must have happened between you two.
Damn it. I wish I could remember. Not being able to protect Yule, and being the only one left alive on the planet. And then leaving that place and traveling to Valhalla, I should know these things.
I wish there was some way to find out. But I wonder, your memories disappearing, does it have anything to do with the future changing?
Here goes! He's so handsome.
All clear.
I can't keep up with life in the big city.
I'm in the mood for some delicious pie.
Oh yeah, it does look like the gate's fixed.
I think we're getting close to some kind of final reckoning. Before we jump through this gate, we better make sure we're good and ready to fight.
I wonder what Caius is up to. Where is he?
Well, we still don't know if he really is against us or not. This silence makes me nervous. He's always been deadly quiet before taking action. It's like the calm before the storm. If he is in Valhalla, then he's been watching everything we've done here. And if he sees a weakness, he'll exploit it without mercy. We let our guard down, we die.
So we better not use the gate until we are definitely sure.
Exactly.
Let's go. We don't have anything else to do here now. If we have to fight Caius now, then so be it. I'm ready.
All right then. Let's go do it.
Leaving without even a farewell?
What? No, of course not. We were going to drop by and see you before we left.
That's what we figured. Thought we'd save you the trip.
Thanks.
I hope the future turns out like this. A place where we can be happy.
Sometimes, when it looks like all hope is lost, people can turn against each other. They end up full of hate. But really, when they stop and think about it, they're making themselves sad for no reason. Director, what are you looking at me like that for? Huh?
Sorry, I was just remembering something. There was a time when I almost lost myself because I had so much hate in me. And then some friends showed me a way out.
Right. You mean lightning and snow.
It all began back then. I remember, Sarah. Weren't you the first one who said you wanted to save Cocoon? It was because Snow and Lightning vowed to carry out your wishes that we all came together back then. And to this day, Vanille and Fang still keep Cocoon safe.
And maybe Lightning does too.
Yes, but the old Ark is almost finished. It will fall soon. It's going to be hard for many of us to abandon our old home.
But when you raise the new Ark, maybe you can help our friends as well. They won't have to bear the burden of a world anymore. And just maybe, Vanille and Fang will be released from the crystal.
That was always in the back of your mind, wasn't it, Director? If we abandon the old cocoon, maybe you could free your friends. Or am I wrong?
Well,
It's okay. We all knew. We wanted to help anyway.
I've had the great fortune to be helped by many people over the years. Sarah and Noel, you are the ones who showed me how the future should be. You gave us all a motive. You helped us make the Academy what it has become.
Well, we got lost a lot. I don't know how many times I almost gave up.
Humanity is doomed to repeat the mistakes of the past. It's part of being human. But we also have the ability to build new futures.
Well, as you would say, Noel, exactly. Once preparations are complete, we plan to journey ahead 100 years. I want to be there. I want to see the raising of Cocoon with my own eyes.
I'm sure we'll meet again, Hope.
And when we do, we'll have Lightning with us.
Right. So, I guess this isn't really goodbye then, is it?
For a new future.